This morning we are going to hear from young, diverse community leaders, job developers from the Central Valley who will call for ending the push to build the peripheral tunnels and investing in clean water for all California communities, for sustainable jobs and alternative water solutions. Our first speaker this morning is City Council Member Moses Sapien from Stockton.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Moses Sapien, council member for the City of Stockton, and I'm here today as a representative of the Delta Coalition with Restore the Delta and with other members of the Delta urban community to talk about the link between jobs for the City of Stockton and the Delta region, the proposed peripheral tunnels project, and the call by some groups to take more water from the Delta during this time of drought. The argument has been made publicly for some years now that farm workers and communities throughout the San Joaquin Valley have lost jobs during drought periods because water is being used to protect fish. However, what is usually left out of that discussion are facts about urban Delta communities. In Stockton and San Joaquin County, where over 40% of the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta is located, unemployment is 12% compared to 8.3% for the state of California. In fact, in recent years, unemployment in San Joaquin County has often been higher than in Fresno County. At the same time, farm communities in the San Joaquin Valley continue to have high rates of unemployment, even during wet years, when area growers receive more than enough water to support their farming operations. Mechanization and the conversion to permanent tree crops that require less human labor for harvesting have contributed significantly to this permanent high rate of unemployment. According to Dr. Jeff Michael, economist with the Business Forecasting Center at the University of the Pacific, a small percentage of jobs were lost during the last dry period of 2009-2010 in these communities, with the majority of job loss resulting from the downturn in housing construction. Perhaps more disturbing is that many of these farm communities in the San Joaquin Valley do not have access to clean drinking water. In San Joaquin County, our primary industry is also agriculture. We are tied to the Delta's $5.2 billion annual family farm economy, a recreation and Delta fishing economy valued at $750 million annually, and a commercial salmon fishery valued at well over $1 billion per year. Lifting pumping restrictions to take more water out of the Bay Delta estuary during a drought period, or spending over $60 billion on peripheral tunnels will not add one drop of new water to our state supply and will not protect the economically vulnerable residents within our state. Such practices and projects will further erode our Delta area economy, bringing our region and the state to environmental and economic collapse. The people of Stockton and San Joaquin County have great empathy for the unemployed workers in San Joaquin Valley who need new job opportunities and retraining to advance in our 21st century economy. We face many of the same challenges that they are experiencing in their own community. That is why leaders in the state of California must focus on a sustainable water plan that focuses on regional self-sufficiency rather than taking us down an unsustainable path of water exports. Alternatives such as recycling water, groundwater recharge and cleanup, stormwater capture, and other conservation projects will not only net us new water, but such local water projects, according to the Business Roundtable of Southern California's 2011 report on water efficiency, will actually make more jobs than a large-scale water project like the peripheral tunnels. These jobs pay good wages and would provide new opportunities for the unemployed throughout California. There is a better solution for California, a solution that will protect the Delta and enhance our overall economic opportunities. Now, to talk more about the relationship between sustainable agriculture, Delta water needs, and the creating of new jobs within the urban Delta, I would like to introduce Esperanza Velma, CEO of Cafe Coop and a board member with Puentes Americas, a sustainable farming project located in Stockton.
Good morning. I'm Esperanza Vielma, CEO of Cafe Coop, a community and tech job incubator located in Stockton, California. A board member with Puentes Americas, a sustainable farming project also located in Stockton. Before I talk about the water needs of my community, I would like to talk about the two organizations which I serve and their connection to a healthy Delta. Cafe Coop is a community job incubator that brings technology to Stockton area entrepreneurs and business startups. Not surprisingly, given our agricultural heritage, a number of our tech startups are tied to area agriculture. For instance, one of our tech startups, Crop Hub, which is in the stage of development of a software platform where people can purchase directly from the Puentes Sustainable Farming Project located on the Delta and other San Joaquin County growers at affordable rates. Puentes Americas, located on Boggs Track in Stockton, is an urban farming project that uses sustainable farming methods, including water recycling and capture, in order to grow food for high-end restaurants as well as community groups and people who struggle to stretch their dollars for nutritious food. Puentes is not only about building a sustainable economy for the Delta region, it is also about improving public health in a community that is plagued with obesity, diabetes, and other ailments tied to challenges in nutrition. The success of both of these enterprises and our ability to create sustainable jobs to reduce high unemployment in our region is tied to the health of the Sacramento, San Joaquin Delta estuary. We need sufficient water quality and quantity for our farming operations and to support our burgeoning tech and service economy of the future. The health of the Delta is tied directly to the health of our people, who are dependent on its agriculture and who eat fish from its waters. The health of the Delta is an environmental justice issue. Projects like the peripheral tunnels will have the greatest socioeconomic impact on the economically vulnerable within the Delta region. And pumping the Delta dry to support unsustainable agricultural practices like growing almonds for export to China does not make sense when food security is still a public health issue at home. There is a better solution for managing California's water. It involves in investing in business that are economically and environmentally sustainable, rather than boondoggle projects that will cost over $60 billion. I would like to introduce you now to Stina Vaugh, who will talk to you about where the water is being exported from the Delta.
Good morning, my name is Stina Vaugh, and I am the campaign administrator for Restore the Delta. When I began working for Restore the Delta, I was surprised to learn that the majority of water taken from the Delta does not go to Los Angeles, which is what many people in my region once believed. Nearly 70% of the water taken from the Delta actually goes to support unsustainable big corporate agriculture in the San Joaquin Valley, not to Los Angeles. These massive growers use Delta water to grow almonds for markets in China and India and to produce and ship pomegranate juice around the world. Yet they only contribute 0.3% to the state's economy. This disproportionate supply of water to billionaires has come at the expense of the economic health and wealth of my region. Excessive water exports to these mega growers, especially during periods of drought, have increased contamination in the Delta and have caused extremely low fish populations, making thousands of people who depend on small-scale fisheries in the 5 Delta counties even more vulnerable to extreme poverty, as fish is a major food and income source for them. As expressed by Esperanza, poor water quality and reduced water quantity in the Delta weakens our ability to create a sustainable economy. Unemployment among Stockton area youth is higher than the state average. Job incubators that empower and support individuals to start up new businesses that are tied to our agricultural heritage are going to be a huge part of our future. All this is even more disturbing when you consider that those taking a huge chunk of our Delta water do not pay a living wage to the majority of their workers, and that the people living in these supporting farm communities don't even have access to clean drinking water. It doesn't make sense to pump the Delta dry or to invest over $60 billion in the Twin Tunnels project. We should first ensure that everyone in the state has access to safe and clean drinking water. We need a productive workforce for a healthy economy. But how productive can people be if they don't even have access to clean and safe drinking water? Or if they do not have access to a fair amount of water for their livelihoods and local economies? The current diversion of Delta water is harming our communities, but the construction of the BDCP tunnels will surely rob us of a promising future. There is a better solution for managing California's water. It involves investing in projects that make each region less dependent on water from the Delta.